Hi everyone! The objective of this video is to present the key points of the fresque that you can use during the summary stage, before or after the creativity stage. There are two versions of this video, one short and one longer, depending on how much time you want to dedicate to this phase of the workshop. First, we see that everything starts with human activities that can be grouped into four categories: industry, building usage, transportation, and agriculture, which then emit CO2 through fossil fuels and deforestation and other greenhouse gases. The CO2 is then partly absorbed by natural sinks, the ocean, and forests and vegetation through photosynthesis, and the rest of the CO2 and the other greenhouse gases remain in the atmosphere and contribute to the additional greenhouse effect, which then contributes positively to the radiative forcing and thus has a warming effect, while aerosols contribute negatively and have a cooling effect. With more energy being absorbed by the Earth, the energy budget then explains where this energy goes, and we see the initial effects of climate change: rising temperatures in the air and the ocean, and melting ice in the water and on land, which then leads to disruptions in the water cycle and rising sea levels. Then we start to see how these phenomena affect extreme climate events, such as hurricanes, river and coastal flooding, droughts, heat waves, and so on, making them stronger and more frequent. We also have freshwater resources that are affected by changes in rain, but also by the disappearance of glaciers that regulate the flow of rivers. All these extreme climate phenomena, along with problems in freshwater resources, lead to a decrease in agricultural yields, which is also caused by a loss of biodiversity, especially with respect to pollinators and ground biodiversity. Speaking of biodiversity, let's come back to these ocean cards. The CO2 that is absorbed by the ocean leads to ocean acidification, which in turn impacts shelled organisms, which are at the bottom of the food chain, and along with rising water temperatures, ends by negatively impacting marine biodiversity. Finally, we see the negative impacts of these phenomena on humanity with the final four cards: armed conflict, health problems, famines, and climate refugees. Beyond a certain rise in temperature, some phenomena that the IPCC names tipping points can accelerate and spiral beyond our control, like permafrost melting, the weakening of the thermohaline circulation, and forest fires. It is thus urgent to act.